Hey guys, my name is Tim Schmoyer and I want to share something with you guys here today on the Dare to Share Relational and Relentless blog that I saw earlier today. This is a true story, I'm not making this up. I saw one guy trying to lay tile who had never laid tile before in his life. It was admittedly his very first time, never even touched tile, he knew nothing about mixing concrete, and there he was, I was watching him trying to do the very best he could to lay tile, knowing nothing about it, having read nothing at all. And to be honest, it looked really bad. The concrete was really runny. I don't know anything about laying tile either, but I could just tell the guy was struggling. As I was watching, another guy came up who apparently knew what he was doing with laying tile, because he walks up and he mixes everything, like he acts like he knows what he's doing, and just like the concrete seemed to be like the perfect consistency. It wasn't runny or anything. And he just starts putting tiles up, and he's just like plowing ahead. The other guy starts, they don't talk, they're not saying anything. The guy who didn't know what he was doing starts watching the other guy and starts copying some of it and starts doing some of that on the wall that he's trying to tile as well. And it really helped that guy, even though they didn't talk, they never said anything. The guy who didn't really know what he was doing picked up a lot of stuff really quickly and started doing much better job towards the end than he did in the beginning. So I was sitting there watching all that thinking, man, there's a lot of lessons I could take from this. I think for us spiritually, like, we really do need to find people who are further ahead, who know more than we are, but not just know more, but are living and practicing it and actually know how to apply it to their lives to help us learn from them. And I was thinking the same thing is true for us in evangelism too, because a lot of us youth workers, maybe one of the reasons that our youth groups don't emphasize evangelism or focus on reaching unsaved people for Christ more is because maybe we feel like we're that first tile layer when it comes to evangelism. We're kind of sloppy, like it's not comfortable. We don't, like, we talk about it maybe, but we don't really know how to put it in action and how to practice it in our own lives. And thus we don't really feel qualified to really know how to lead students and their parents and a ministry and a church in general towards that type of thing either. So I'm giving myself the freedom, and I want to encourage you to give yourself the freedom to seek out the people who do know how to share their faith, who are doing it, who are putting in the practice. Just hang out with them, just to watch them and ask them, can you help me do better what you obviously know how to do? And then hopefully as we become more comfortable and more confident in that, and we become more familiar with it, then we can turn around and then do that same thing for other people who don't really know what they're doing. So I feel like I am giving myself the freedom to do that. I want to encourage you guys to do that as well. Evangelism is something we have to learn and just figure out on our own. There's a lot of people who know better from us, like people here at Dare to Share, Greg Steer, those type of people, and also people who probably surround you in your church and your community that maybe you haven't really tapped the shoulder as these guys are evangelists. They have the gift of evangelism. I want to encourage you to do that. Find those people and ask them to help you, and then hopefully from there, your whole evangelism efforts in your ministry and your church will just explode. But it starts with you, it starts with me. So I hope that was helpful for you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me for another Dare to Share Relational and Relentless blog video post, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.